Are you watching closely?
Come inside.
It's easy to learn, easy to apply, and available to everyone. My name's Jarrod Everyone. I'm the manager and one of the instructors here at the Krav Maga Defence Institute. The short version is we teach people to defend themselves against all manner of threats, attacks. The long version is we change people's lives, we make people fitter, we make people confident. We give people a little, some sort of a sense of purpose, some sort of life-changing skills.
I've got a prediction. I want you to take the prediction, I just want you to tuck it in your waistband about there on the other side of you. Perfect, we'll come back to that. I want your right hand out in front of you. Now in a moment, you're going to make a fist, you're going to take the coin behind your back, and you're either going to leave it in your left hand behind your back and pull your hand out front empty, or you're going to pretend to and bring it out with the coin in front. You understand? You won't know. The only person in the world will know where that coin is will be you. And let me know when the hand's out in front. Okay, cool. Rather than me looking for statistics, I want to go with this. I'm going to ask you to imagine moves, fighting moves. So if you've kept the coin in your hand, I want you to think of a jab. But if you've left it behind you, I want you to think of a cross. Jab, cross. When you're thinking of cross, you've left the coin behind you. Perfect, okay, thank you. Now that's 50-50, you know, but we're going to do this again. So a coin here, hand out in front. I'm going to look away. So a lot of people keep the same pattern for the second one, but I don't want that to be an influence for you, or maybe I'm bluffing or double bluffing. I'm going to lose track. So make a fist, hand behind, and I'll look away. Okay. This time we're going to go with, if you've kept it in your hand, I want you to think of an uppercut. But if it's in your backhand here, behind you, I want you to think of a hook. So, uppercut, hook. And you're thinking of the hook is behind you again.
Is a community, like giving to the community, it gives a community. It's creating its own community within that. We have people from all walks of life here. Everyone, when they step onto the mat, is the same. Everyone's at the same level. We have magicians and filmmakers. We have accountants. We have actors, waitresses, baristas, receptionists, lawyers, high-level doctors. It doesn't matter. And that's the thing. Everyone is brought down to that same primal level where you're on the mat, you're sweating, you're punching stuff, and what you do out that door just doesn't matter in here, as like what I do for a living doesn't matter because I'm on the same level as everyone else here.
Then we're going to come to this prediction that we have that you're holding. So I'm going to look away for a moment and let me know. Okay, right. So first of all, you put it behind you. Second time, you could have bluffed and you, well, I guess you kind of did. You kept it where it was before. Now, rather than punches this time, we're going to go with legs. So if you've kept it behind you in your fist, behind your back, I want you to think of a knee. Whereas if you've kept it in your hand, I want you to think of a roundhouse. So knee, roundhouse. Without moving, I want you to picture you doing this particular movement, which is easy straight away. It's a roundhouse. You kept it in your hand this time. Perfect. Okay, 3 times in a row. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'll put this back. Now you can relax for a second. And that seems pretty good, and it's 50-50, but 3 times in a row. But you had some decisions to make. I asked you to think of either a jab or a cross, and you thought cross. And then we had a uppercut or a hook, and you went with hook. And then we had a knee or a roundhouse, and you went with the roundhouse. Now take out that piece of paper for me. This is written on one of our schedules for the class times. We went with cross. Then the next punch you chose was hook. And of course, roundhouse. With you the whole time. Thank you very much. And I think it's only fair that I have to experience this, so I'm going to grab some Tide pads. Come on, show me what you got. All right, Jarrod, thanks very much for the opportunity. It's been brilliant.
Friends, they make it. You have a lot of people here that are I wouldn't say outcasts, I would say introverted, damaged, socially inept, however you want to put it, people that don't make friends well, don't play well with others out on the street, and they find other people cut from the same cloth here and they bond over that. The sky's the limit, and it really is. Schools making it a mandatory thing for kids to learn to defend themselves against bullies, against what happens out there. And they feel like home, they feel like family here, which is why I've stuck around for 6.5 years.